How's it going, guys? Welcome to the FM Dugout for episode 2 of Fallen Giant, the return of Parma. And last time round was just a quick overview of the club and kind of talking about what I was going to be doing in the series. This time round we open up our Serie D Group D campaign with an away game to Forli. So pre-season is over, we're in September now, the transfer window has slammed shut. So yeah, let's get on and take a look at who we've actually brought in and who we've sold. So we've sold Christian Longobardi, the 33-year-old Italian striker. I mean, he's not a bad player, but he was someone that was surplus to requirements. I tried to get other teams to buy him, nobody would. So I've let him go by mutually terminating his contract. In terms of who we've brought in from the top, we've got Felipe Agué, a Brazilian right back. Looks like a pretty decent player. Now you'll notice his contract is expired, valued at 0, so he's on the non-contract, and this is what you'll get with a semi-professional outfit. So we could lose him for nothing, and I think he did actually have a bid, but he turned them down. Next up is a signing I'm really excited about, Carmine De Sena. Not really been at any clubs of any note, I suppose, other than the fact he was with us and released a couple of years ago. But he looks like a good player. Really good stats for. I mean, I probably wouldn't play him as a deep line forward. In terms of an advanced forward, all his skills are pretty much double figure apart from determination. So far, he's scored 9 goals in 11 non-competitive appearances. So it looks as though he will be our main striker this year. Then got a youngster, Andrea Conti, right winger. He's kind of playing backup at the moment to Corapi. I'm sure I'm going to pronounce his name as Crappy at some point, but he looks good for a 19-year-old. He's got a decent amount of potential up to 4 stars. Signing him in for nothing, formerly at Perugia. So fairly pleased with that. Then Federico Nani, central midfielder. One of the things you'll notice is all the skills going down. Our training is pretty appalling, to be honest. I set myself as a Sunday League manager again, much like what I did with the Hexagon Challenge. So I will have to work on that. I've requested coaching license training, and no, it's not happening because they need me. So yeah, but it looks decent enough for a 19-year-old, and he's going to play sort of that kind of backup role to the main midfielders. And then another midfielder was Alessandro Rinaldi, a little bit older, skills are a bit more fleshed out than with Nani. Yeah, and he looks a solid player, to be honest. Again, a lot of double figures, formerly with Como in Serie B. So yeah, it's a bit of a decent signing for us. Then we got a central defender with Jacopo Galimberti, who I think was also with us at some point, and also with Inter. Never made the grade there. Yeah, again, he's got the kind of key stats that I'm looking for in double figures, so I think he's another good signing. Again, another one who has chosen the non-contract. I think most of them are. Yep, Nani is as well, Conti is as well. De Sena actually signed a deal with us, so he's actually earning £725 a week, which is quite high. But I'm quite happy with that because you look at his value. If we ever get short of money, then that might be an option to sell him if he's doing well. And then we had 4 loan deals from Serie A teams. I'm assuming they're all Serie A. Yeah. So we've got Dejan Stojanovic, first of all, Macedonian goalkeeper. Solid goalkeeper. I just felt I needed someone who actually was going to give us that solidity at the back. Then we've got Rodrigo Alborno from Inter, a left back, also a left-sided midfielder if required. Again, very solid player, 22 years old, way above the standard of Serie D. Then Johan Ferretti. I'm not paying anything for these guys, by the way. They're not getting paid out of our budget. So I think the whole 3-star reputation for Parma is really helping us out in terms of getting these guys in. And we don't have to pay because, you know, they're youngsters at big teams. So yeah, Ferretti looks like a pretty good pacey right wing back, come full back. Then we've got Filippo Damien, who was signed just before the window closed. So, yeah, I know it's another central midfielder, and I kind of did the same thing with Rangers as well in my other series. I tend to overload certain areas of the park, and midfield certainly looks like it, but he looks like a cracking little midfielder, so he will no doubt slot in to the chosen tactic, which we'll get onto now. So, surprise, surprise, I've gone with the 4-2-3-1 wide. The reason for it was Corapi and Barai and Juan Antonio were all really good in this position. As you can see, they're well suited to their roles. So it just kind of made sense rather than going to 4-4-2, which is my backup, and then a 4-3-1-2, which is also the one I've got at LA Galaxy. So looking at how, what's it done? It's changed things around. Ah dear. There we go. So yeah, that's kind of what we'll be going with. I'm just seeing Stojanovic is out for today on international duty. Fantastic, great start. So that's the tactics we'll go with. In terms of our friendlies, you can see we played how many? 9, is that? 9 games, and we won 5, drew 2, lost 2. And you can see from some of the teams we're playing, not Racing Genk. Is it Racing Genk? Wow. So we actually did pretty well against them. A 1-1 draw. Troyes, Cayenne, got a bit of a doing by Cayenne. Alcorcon from Liga Adelante. So yeah, not too bad. And then we played some smaller teams, and you'll notice I've done this again. I've done this a few times. When I choose a league that I don't really know very well, I will pick a team from my league, and I picked Forli, who we've actually got today. So we beat them 3-0 in that last game. Galimberti, Corapi and Melandri all getting goals. So yeah, it looks as though we should be in good shape to beat them today. Hopefully we can get a good start to this campaign. So yeah, let's take a look at the team selection. Obviously I'll need to change things around a little bit with Stojanovic missing. Actually I just noticed that's completely wrong. He's away in international duty as well. Okay, I'm going to have to dip into here and promote one of our youngsters. Great start to the season now. 2 goalkeepers away on international duty. How many subs do we get here? 7, I think. Right, so clear those down, and we'll have to have a look and see whether we've got the right guys here. I think in terms of that defence, that's how I want it to be. Galimberti is at 84%. Why are they so low? I think we must have played. I think the under 20s must have played. Where's their schedule? Where's their schedule? Can I not see their schedule? Do they not have one? Okay. Because I let a lot of the players play for the reserves to get their fitness up, and it looks as though that's backfired because a number of them now are not fit. Anywho, let's find our new signing. Where's he gone? Why can't I see him? There he is, Filippo Damien. Going blind. We actually get 9 subs today. Well, that's not too bad. So we will go with Butacchio, and Traykov's away. Carmine De Sena is actually back now from his injury. Melandri did really well actually in the last game or so, but De Sena is our number 1 guy. So what we got? Musetti, Melandri, too many strikers in that bench, I think. Need to get somebody else in. You got a left back, got a right back. Benassi. Benassi's one of my better central defenders. Yep, I think that's probably us ready to go, and it looks as though that's his favoured role. So yeah, let's go and see how we get on in our. Oh dear, no more than 2 non-EU players, currently 3. Right, who's that going to be? Rodriguez is one of them. Ferretti, Algerian, and yeah, it'll be Alborno, won't it? Alright, I'll need to drop Walter Rodriguez for this game then. And who should I stick on? Ronaldo on the bench there, I think. Alright. I wasn't aware of that rule. I am now. Alright. I think we should win this today. Let's go. Look to switch off. Great. Obviously I don't speak Italian in this, so it's probably going to have an impact certainly early on in the first season anyway. I doubt I can go on a language course. They probably won't be able to fund it given our position. Right, how are we doing? Wow, 23% possession. Not ideal. Have we got our match speed up high between the highlights? We do. Barai will take the corner. Miglietta looks for Barai, stays onside just. Barai plays as an inside forward on the left. He is right footed, so we don't have really that kind of winger kind of deal on both sides, as Persson will get into the box here, cuts it across, and Forli have scored 10 minutes in. Yeah, really not an ideal start. Let's see what we can do. Got to try and get into the game somehow. I don't know how we won the friendly so comfortably, and now we've actually strengthened since that point with the two fullbacks. Karapi will play this in, looking for Desena straight at the keeper. He's made the save, and that would have been nice to have got the goal there and kind of get back into the game that early. Not too much to talk about in the first half. A little bit disappointing so far, and I need to let them know that that was not good enough. Let me get back out for the second half and see if we can get ourselves back into this game. We've certainly got the quality. I don't know why it's just not clicking. That's just a pretty sloppy pass there from Damien. The Senna is at 6.5, and I have no hesitation in taking him off for Melandri, given the fact he scored a hat-trick a couple of games ago. I think it'll be looking like I'll be doing that probably around the 55-minute mark. Yeah. So I was really hoping for a nice clean sheet win against a team that we just beat a couple of weeks ago, but it doesn't look as though that's going to happen. Nervous, furious, doesn't really look great, does it? I'll just go with Melandri for the time being, and aggressively tell the team to push forward now. Just not creating any decent chances here, and it looks as though Forli now with a corner, and they've scored again. So we couldn't have asked for a worse start here, really. Definitely been the team with more to offer, but we find ourselves 2-0 down, and not really the start you would look for a team with such a big reputation and the expectation to get up. Ferretti now gets forward, looks for Melandri, just surrounded by red jerseys there. Alborno to Damien. They go back out wide. Nope, he'll just lose the ball, and Forli will now launch a counter attack here. Galimberti wins it back though. Really need to get a goal quickly if we want to get anything out of this game. Alborno to the byline, crosses to Karapi, and that was Karapi. It doesn't look as though we're really firing on all cylinders at the moment, and interestingly enough, San Marino are top of the league at the moment. I wonder how they're top with 1 goal difference. As I say, this was a download from FM online forums, so I'm guessing maybe there's something not quite right with the rules there, because that seems really weird that San Marino would be there with such a poor goal difference. And this has just been an absolute unmitigated disaster for us. There's no point in talking to them now, it's just going to go full time here. 14 shots, 3 in target. Really, really poor, and we've got a lot of work to do. shocking start, and let's see how they respond to getting the walls pasted with them. Well, at least they were motivated by that. That was yeah, rather underwhelming to say the least. Poor finishing costs us, it does. Alright, so if I don't get the sack, I'll be back for the next episode. I actually probably will just come back for the Fano game and see if we can bounce back quickly. That's in Serie D Cup second round, so looks as though there's a cup for just the Serie D, different leagues that you have there. So we'll do that game, and then we'll come back for whoever seems to be kind of our big cheese in the league. So guys, I didn't enjoy episode 2, but if you did, leave a like and a comment and let me know what you think. I think the signings are decent enough. I think the squad's decent enough. I don't know why it didn't click today. It certainly had gone well in pre-season friendly, but isn't here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and come back for the next one. And until the next time, guys, I'll see you when I see you.